So today on Battlefield.com, DICE have now released a full list detailing all of the infantry changes we are going to see in the upcoming patch. Now all of these changes are based upon the consumers' feedback on their questionnaire and on social media. Now I'll leave a link in the description below to this list so you can check it out yourself. I will admit there isn't as many changes as you may expect. We're going to see some general changes to some certain weapon classes and some overall general changes as well. So we're going to go through these now, and the first one, as you all expected, is going to be a massive change to the DMRs. Now the first and most major change we are going to see to these weapons is an increase in damage across all ranges for all of the DMR. So this means every single weapon in the DMR category is now going to be more powerful at close range, medium range and long range. So that is a major step up for the ability of these weapons. Now this is something we had expected to see. I had spoke about in my previous patch video that a lot of people had been referring to these weapons as the assist kill weapon because it does sometimes take a little bit too long to get those kills, especially at those medium to long ranges. So I think we will see a lot of players very happy now to see a major buff to the power of these DMRs. Now additionally, we're also going to see the accuracy for sustained fire increased as well. So if you're firing at a target a little bit further away, your second, third and even fourth shot now will be a lot more accurate than in the past, giving you a better opportunity to take those targets down. DICE have stressed this damage buff does vary from weapon to weapon across the DMRs, so we're not going to see a uniform increase in damage throughout all of these weapons. They have taken into account what type of weapon it is, its rate of fire, and what kind of range this weapon is meant to be used for. Moving to the opposite end of the spectrum, pump action shotguns are also going to see a major buff. DICE have said at the moment there's no real viable options for players to attach barrels or grips that will improve their ADS accuracy. So now we're going to see all pump action shotguns have their accuracy doubled when aiming down sight and on the move. So it should hopefully make using slug rounds a much more viable option at close to medium range. Now moving on to the carbines, we are only seeing one small change to one particular weapon. Now the Mtar, compared to all other carbines, was pretty deadly at range, so this is now being reduced to make it fit in with the rest of the carbines in its class. Now moving on to the general changes, the biggest of which that I think will make a big difference to the game is we're no longer going to see the sustained inaccuracy when you transition from firing from the hip to firing down sight. Now at the moment, if you are firing from the hip and continue to fire whilst you begin to aim down sight, you will still have the accuracy you did when aiming from the hip. Now, if you continue firing as you aim down sight, you will then gain your aim down sight accuracy. So this is really going to improve your gameplay, especially if you're in a run and gun situation. Another change we're going to see is going to apply to the heavy barrel accuracy bonus. Now at the moment, that bonus only applies if you are standing still. But we're going to see this apply if you're on the move, but still at a reduced bonus. So basically now, the heavy barrel is going to become a lot more useful whether or not you're moving, crouching, laying down, standing up. Because since the start of Battlefield 4, the heavy barrel has definitely not been as useful as it was in Battlefield 3. So this little buff to the accuracy bonus whilst on the move should make it a little bit more useful. Now for all you snipers out there, I do have some good news. We're now going to see a reduction in time between aiming down sight and being able to achieve your first full accurate shot. Now at the moment, between aiming down your sight and getting your first shot, we have maybe half a second of sway, where if you shoot in that period, your shot will not be as accurate. So we're going to see that time reduced, but DICE also stress quick scoping is still not going to be possible. So for all you guys who don't want to see quick scoping move across into Battlefield, you will be relieved. But it does mean snipers will now be able to get their shots off a lot more accurately, a lot quicker. So they are all the changes we are going to see to the infantry and the weapons in the upcoming patch. I must admit it's probably not as many as I was expecting. In the comments below, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think these changes will make the game an improvement, or do you think they will just bring up more changes that need to be made? I want to hear from you. Are there any other weapons or changes you still want to see that haven't been included in this patch? And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit like, it does help me out a lot. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.